When Granddaddy got out of the tub and walked into the living room naked, my sister said, "That thing has seen better days." You need this? Is that better?
Yeah.
So I will tell you how this got started. I've been a comic for 34 years, and I most people get into stand-up because it's a springboard to TV and movies. And I've been fortunate to do TV and movies, but I got into stand-up because I just love doing comedy. I love to make people laugh, and I found a way early in life to make it work for me, and that was just the thought: if I think it, if my wife says it, or if my family does it, then surely we're not the only ones. And so we have one of those families, we're really close, and so every year at Thanksgiving we have like 30 people together at my farm, all the cousins, grandmothers, aunts, and uncles, and we play games for like 4 days. And the kids 2 years ago were playing Cards Against Humanity. When they were all laughing, but I said to them, I said, "You have to go downstairs because your grandmother's here, your aunt and uncle are here. You can't be saying this in front of them." And I thought, later that night, I thought, well, there's got to be a way to have a funny game where everybody in the family can play it without being totally offended by it. And so I went away and I wrote initially probably close to 1,000 punchlines. I did not write the setup cards, I just wrote the punchlines because I thought if a game is funny, if you laugh playing a game, you will play it over and over again. And so I have no idea what I'm reading. Oh, that's the setup cards. But the punchlines were things like, that sounded wet. You know, that, it won't stop bleeding. That's ugly even with the lights out. And so just things that would make you laugh. And then I went, after I had hundreds of those, I went back and thought, all right, everybody's got a sister, everybody's got a cousin, everybody's got an aunt and uncle. And the setup cards were things like, when my cousin walked in with her new baby, my grandmother blurted out, blank. And so the way you play is everybody looks through their cards and takes the answer they think will get the biggest laugh, and they pass it on. And I wrote it all out on index cards. I had thousands of index cards, and I would have my family play it on index cards, and they were gut laughing. I mean, they were just going around and around the table laughing. And as a comedian, I'm like, that's what I wanted out of this game, is for people to have fun playing with their family and friends. And so when I gave it to Play Monster, I mean, I've been in show business a long time. I've given people scripts, and then it comes back and it looks nothing like what you originally gave them. It came back and it was the same thing that I had given them. I'm like, oh my God, this is still my game. So that's the whole idea of it, is that you can play it with your aunt and uncle. It can be, if the cards are matched up, it can be suggestive, but it's never filthy, it's never dirty, and people aren't going to be offended by it. And so that was my idea with that, and it's very cool to see an idea, because this isn't what I usually do. I usually I write books, I do stand-up, but I have an idea for a game, and to see it go all the way through the process, and then I get to hold the thing in my hand, and it's like my original idea. And I'm doing one-on-ones with a lot of people, but and I'm happy to do more, but if you have a question, I'm happy to answer them now at this time. If you don't, thank you for being here.
Any questions for Jeff?
Look at this, like the most, oh, we got one, the most uncurious bunch in the world.
So Jeff, who would you say your relative insanity is?
Do you want my relative?
Yeah.
Well, my whole family is crazy. See, I think every family's crazy. We don't admit it, and we kind of secretly try to hide it. But my theory is that's why you go to the fair, is to feel better about your own family. Have you ever done, you get to the fair and you think your family's nuts, and then you look around and you're like, you know what, we're all right. We're almost royalty. So, I mean, I think everybody's got, because think what a family is. A family is 30 different personalities that are thrown into the same thing. With your friends, you pick them because you like it. You don't get to pick. In fact, it says on the thing, you can pick your nose, you can't pick your family. So you get thrown into the same, everybody's got the cousin that always needs money. You've got the cousin with the ugly kids. You've got the crazy grandmother, and so that is what this game is all about.
Any other questions? No, we have the first one.
Yes. Do I have a favorite? Oh, I don't know. Like things like that one says, I always thought your baby was ugly. But it's like my jokes, they're like your babies. And so as I wrote them, now what I did do, and I was telling Bob, I had like 1,000 punchlines, but then once I wrote the setups, I started eliminating them because I went, oh, that won't go with some of these things. So I tried to make them where every answer you put down is going to be funny. You're just picking which one of these is the funniest. And there's a little bit I've seen from playing with my family, that little apples to apples mentality is some of it is based on who's reading the setup, and you're kind of playing to them and their sense of humor. You want to play around? All right. All right. You want me to read Sure. Let me see one.
Everybody wants to play? Okay.
You like that one? All right, here's so people have answers. When Granddaddy got out of the tub and walked into the living room naked, my sister said, hand it to me. You just hand me the one you like the best.
He's going to read them all. I see in a smaller environment, we have to then see your film first and get that and up and like I started doing.
All right. All right, so, and then when you play it, you kind of read the setup again. So, when Granddaddy got out of the tub and walked into the living room naked, my sister said, "What the hell is wrong with you?" When Granddaddy got out of the tub and walked into the living room naked, my sister said, "That thing has seen better days." When Granddaddy got out of the tub naked and walked into the living room, my sister said, "It smells like something died in here." When Granddaddy got out of the tub and walked into the living room naked, my sister said, "I like big butts and I cannot lie." When Granddaddy got out of the tub naked and walked into the living room, my sister said, "Who has pain pills they don't want?" When Granddaddy got out of the tub and walked into the living room naked, my sister said, "Don't look at me, it was the dog." And then you pick which one you like the most, and that person gets a point, and you go around the thing. But the idea for me as a comic, and I've always said, I think laughter is the release valve that keeps the boiler from exploding. And I think when I'm doing comedy, every single person in that audience is going through some kind of struggle. Might be physical, might be financial, might be emotional. Everybody's going through something, and laughter doesn't make it go away. But what it does is it kind of recharges you enough to go face it again. And so when my family is together, that is the biggest common denominator, is whatever we're doing, we're laughing. We're laughing and we're having fun. And that's what I wanted this game to be.
Thank you. Bravo.
Thank you for coming, everybody. Yeah.